Ladies and gents, what a time to be alive. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ladies and gents, if you are on my social media, my Instagram account and my Facebook account, you would have seen recently through my stories, I was asking if you felt you needed some help or at least have a conversation around mental health. Now, this is that video, and I know I promised it a few days ago, or at least I was talking about it a few days ago, but it's by the time you've got this, it is going to be a number of days, maybe 3 or 4 days since I first brought it up into your consciousness. Now, I was shown very, very clearly that I needed to do this video probably a couple of weeks ago, but I was a bit like, needed a little bit more information because, I'm not somebody that's ever suffered with what we would call mental health issues, anxiety, things like that. Yes, I get moments of, oh my gosh, can I do this? But I can, I don't live in that space, thankfully. I'm very, very grateful for that. So I felt as if I needed to put together a video to help you gain a little bit of an inner standing for you, for your family, for your loved ones, for your colleagues, in regards to mental health right now. Now, I really appreciate this is a very, very, very triggering subject, and probably the way that I'm going to speak about it to people that don't know me and they don't know the way that I work, it's probably going to be exactly that. It's going to be a bit of a trigger. However, for those of you that have followed me for a while and you know and you love me, this will land exactly where it needs to land with you. So every single call that I have done recently with clients, it doesn't matter who they are or what their background is. And this is people that don't normally suffer with anxiety or what we would call mental health issues. Every single one of them has said to me that they are feeling completely overwhelmed or anxious is the word. So they're the two words that I've been hearing. Oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I just don't know what's going on. And other people are like, Lucy, I'm experiencing anxiety for the first time in my life, and I don't really know where it's coming from. I'm just not getting it. So I'm going to bring into your consciousness what I feel may be happening to some of you right now. And hopefully you'll be able to let me know if this could potentially be one of the root causes for you to obviously be feeling the way that you do right now. So first and foremost, let's just start. Pop in the chat box below. Have you been feeling overwhelmed recently? Have you been feeling anxious? Are you somebody that normally suffers and it's just like gone to a completely different level? Or maybe you're somebody that's like, I've never felt like this before in my life, but right now I just can't do anything about it. So let's call it what it is. At the moment, there is so much going on around the world all at one time. You are literally experiencing sensory overload. It's look over here, look over here. Oh my gosh, this is going on here. This is going on here. And there is so much noise on the planet. There are people sending you stuff on social media, the news channels, the newspapers, the radio. It is constant. We are being battered from every angle. And for those of you that haven't quite woken up to the truth, or perhaps don't really understand consciousness, this may trigger you slightly to hear that this behavior is going on, because there are still a lot of people on the planet that believe that everything is happening is really normal. We have never lived in a period of time. Now, I'm 42. In my 42 years, we have never lived in a period of time where literally every single day, something else is going on, something else is going off, like bombs are going off all around. We don't know where we are, and we just literally cannot keep on top of it. This is what I'm talking about with sensory overload. We are having extreme conversations on the television. All of the movies that are being out there, if you watch my Sunday service, you will know I went to see the Addams Family 2 with my little sisters on Saturday. And the noise through that, the programming through that. So it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. You know, every shop window has stuff about, you know, the Rona, as I like to call it. There's news about this on radio stations, on television. Like, it's constant. And I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about everything from food to water to children, to mental health, to medical industries, to the policing, to politics, you name it. At the moment, we are being literally pushed from pillar to post and shoved around. And honestly, if any of you guys could see this with the clarity, and I'm sure some of you can, that I see it with, you would feel as if you were being abused. Ladies and gents, that's why you have the mental health issues going on at the moment. You are literally being battered from pillar to post to pillar to post. You don't know what's real. You don't know what feels right. And then you've got people sending you stuff, people that you love, and you don't want to tell them to go away and give you a bit of a break because you don't want them to feel as if they're on their own, or you don't want to hurt them, or you don't want to push them away, because we're programmed to look after others more than ourselves. We have this turmoil going on in our physical vessels right now. Obviously, we've got the external turmoil going on around the world. Doesn't matter which country you're in, there is turmoil. Doesn't matter where you are based, there is every single system in and around the world is collapsing in front of us right now, just not quite at the speed that a lot of us would like. This inner turmoil that we've got going on. So not only are we trying to equalize it within ourselves, we're attempting to balance it externally as well. So we're attempting to keep grounded. We're attempting to keep one eye on the truth and one eye over here. But the fundamental truth of the matter is that there is so much going on every single day. We've never lived through a period of time, or at least not in my lifetime. Like I said, we've never lived through a period of time that has had this amount going on all at once, and people aren't questioning it. There are a massive populated part of the population that aren't questioning it. And so for those of you who are questioning it, you're getting a level of frustration and there's nowhere for it to go. So you start ranting on your social media, or you start projecting at people. And this is where this cloud of anxiety, it's almost like we're in a matrix of anxiety right now, because we are constantly focusing on everything rather than saying, do you know what? I need to take myself out of this. Now, massive messages that have been coming through for me over the last, I don't know, maybe month, 2 months, which shouldn't surprise you, because obviously my program is called Self-Love Club. We must start focusing on self-love. It's about self. The only way your children will feel grounded, or your children will feel less anxious, is by you showing those behaviors. So that's all good and well, Lucy, but how do we do that? Nature holds the answers to most of these things. Get out into nature, whether it's just walking on your grass, or going to the forest, or going to a lake, or going to the beach. Get out in nature. If possible, kick your shoes off and connect. A very dear friend of mine today messaged me and said, you know what, Lucy, I used to laugh at you. You were away with the fairies, always walking barefoot on the grass. And the interesting thing about it is now he does it every day. And he used to take the mick out of me. And that's only maybe 3 years ago that was happening. Please normalize this. Go hug a tree, sit against a tree, pick up some leaves, anything like that. Walk barefoot on the ground, go for a walk in nature, connect with animals. It doesn't matter what you do. Get out there and breathe. Ladies and gents, so many of you are forgetting to breathe right now. I am feeling the collective energies. I'm not taking them on, if that makes sense. I'm feeling them and I'm like, wow, there's people that are suffocating right now. They're forgetting to breathe. They're so confused. They're so overloaded with it. And then there are the people that genuinely believe that all of this noise has just become normal. There is going to become a tipping point. There is, it's got to happen. This cannot continue. People will self-combust. I mean, that's what they're attempting to do, is make people literally just go, I can't cope with this anymore. It's vital that you do the right thing for you. If you need to get off social media, get off social media. If you need to like switch your phone off for a day or 2 days or 3 days or whatever, do that. If you need to journal, do that. If you need to be out in nature, do that. If you need to do what I do and go and ride horses, go do that. Like, that's my sanity. I get so much peace and connection when I'm with the horses. It's literally like they just connect with me, and then that's it. They suck all of that, you know, energy that I've been transmuting out of me. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm ready to go again now. Figure out what works for you. This is your mental health we are talking about. For want of better words, ladies and gents, we are being mind screwed. Oh, a volcano over here, a jab over here, a virus over here, a new virus over here. And all of this potential fear porn that is being brought up to the surface and being shared around. Oh, this might happen, that might happen, this flood might occur, this tsunami might happen, you know, oh, this virus is going to get released next. Oh, this is happening, that's happening. The thing is, when you focus on it, when you share it, when you keep living it, that's going to be your reality. Go and research literally what a human is, broken down what a human being is. We have been held back so significantly in our journey. We haven't been allowed to recognize how powerful we are, because it hasn't served. We are under a spell at the moment. We are under, not everybody, but the masses are under a spell. They are under control. There is a small subset of people that can completely see past it. Then there are, out of the people that can see past it, there are people that are in the trenches that keep sharing this stuff and sharing. And then there are the people that have risen above it and gone, that's not on my timeline. I'm not going to allow that to impact my mental health. I'm not going to allow that to control me, because just because you've got an awareness of what's going on around the world doesn't mean that you're not under the layer of control. You are choosing everything that you are choosing for your life. Now, you might sit there and say, hang on a minute, Lucy, no way, I didn't sign up for this. No way. I didn't sign up for my family taking the trial, you know, one of those or anything like that. And actually you did. You did. You choose your parents. You chose your loved ones. You chose your family. In your soul contract, you came down here on this mission. And just because you don't remember it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Start normalizing, recognizing, oh, I've got that anxious feeling coming up now. Right, what do I need to do? What's my go-to when I have these feelings come up inside of me? Oh, I need to go to the beach. I need to go for a walk. I need to like do 10 star jumps, whatever it is. Normalize that, because the noise is going to get louder. It is going to stop. I promise you, there has to be a tipping point. Okay, there has to be. There has to be a turning point rather than a tipping point. Tipping point sounds like something that's going to get pushed off the edge of a cliff, doesn't it? Whereas actually, we're just going to turn this mama and we're going to start to see the gold. We're going to start to live. And this is the other thing, ladies and gents, when all of the sensory overload stops, because it's got to at some point, how are people going to cope? If they're used to being frantic, if they're used to being in a manic state, how all of a sudden are they going to deal with peace, with beauty, with love? It's your job right now to take ownership of how you act and how you behave. Please immerse in nature, immerse in exercise, immerse in beautiful foods, whatever it takes for you to feel grounded and for you to feel peaceful. We have such a lot going on, but I want to remind you, you are strong enough to get through this. You can do this. We will get through this as a collective. Focus on you, focus on how you want your future to look, and then live it. Stop dipping into the lower vibrations. I'm not delusional to say stop looking at the lower vibrations or stop looking at that stuff. If you can look at it and not feel impacted, continue to look at it. But when you get that gut-wrenching feeling of, oh my God, this is going to happen, stop looking at it, because you are creating it as your reality. Your reality. It won't be my reality because I'm not choosing that, but it will be your reality. It's time to make this shift. I've been banging on about this for 2 years now. You've got to make your shift. You've got to choose your timeline. Do you want to keep wading through this nonsense just because it gets you a number of likes or whatever? Or do you want to be standing in your truth and sharing the love and the light and the expectations of New Earth? I know what I choose. Recognize when your anxiety is coming up. Recognize when you have feelings of overwhelm. Recognize what you need to do. Get a bit of a plan together. Okay, when this feeling comes up, and know what that feeling feels like, I need to go and do this. For some of you, it'll be the hoovering. You know, for some of you, it'll be going, you know, grating the carrots, or, you know, like slicing the carrots or whatever. You will know what to do. Implement it. Remember, am I living what I am choosing? Remember, heart-centered, whenever that noise comes up, what is it that I am choosing for myself? Ladies and gents, I hope that short little video has helped you a little bit. There is so much going on right now. Even the most sane of people probably feel completely like overwhelmed. So please stop judging yourself, recognize it, do something about it. Encourage your children to do something about it as well. Like, this sensory overload is next level for people right now. Recognize it, do something about it. Okay, guys, I love you to the moon and stars. I hope this has helped bring it up into your consciousness. I'm going to be posting the full moon video because it's very, very important for what I've just spoken through. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Take care.